Alright, what is up, you guys? We are back with another video. Are y'all loving these nursing videos? First of all, if you are new here, hello, my name is Sharday. I am a nursing student and I like to make YouTube videos on nursing school, on leveling up, on positivity, and just overall my lifestyle. Now, if you are returning, hey girl, hey, thank you for returning. I love you. Thank you for supporting me. And we are going to get into this video. So first of all, I wanted to make a video on whether or not being a CNA first before nursing school is helpful. So if that sounds interesting to you, then keep on watching. Is being a CNA helpful during nursing school, or should you become a CNA first during nursing school? Let's get into this. So first of all, I am a CNA. I have been a CNA for 7 or 8 years, I think. Let me see. It'll be almost 8 years, okay? So I've been a CNA for a very long time, and I have a lot of experience with different specialties and with different facilities and with different companies. And I could tell you guys stories for days, like literally for days, but we'll have to save that for another video. But anyways, do I feel like being a CNA has helped me through nursing school? Yes and no. So let's go through the no's first, okay? Because there's way more yeses than there are no's, but I definitely want to debunk some myths that there are surrounding being a CNA in nursing school, okay? Number one, it does not help me with the content, okay? I'm just going to say that. Being a CNA does not help me with the content. The first week, maybe of block 2, when we were learning about like literally the basics of you know, making beds and, you know, certain things like that, walking patients. We did a lot of, it was very heavy on the older and elderly population in block 1, and I have a lot of experience with the geriatric population. That is my current favorite population, probably always will be, but whatever. So I had a lot of experience with that. Now, mind you, if you guys know anything about nursing school, you know that whatever you talk about is very short-lived, okay? The vital signs, the, you know, walking patients with the gait belt, all of that stuff, cool. We do it for like 2 weeks. After that, it's no more, okay? We're on to electrolytes and fluids. We're on to cardiac meds. We're on to all of the stuff that CNAs do not do, okay? So the experience with being a CNA helped me to a very little extent, okay? But also it didn't really help because you have to think like a nurse, you have to answer questions like a nurse, and you just start to kind of have to get out of that CNA mentality and the way that you would answer questions and the way that you would do it in real life. That's not the way that NCLEX wants you to answer the question, okay? Now, let's get into all of the yeses as far as being a CNA helping the way that my nursing school experience is versus someone who doesn't have patient experience, okay? Number one, I feel comfortable with patient interaction because I interact with people all day long. I know how to meet a stranger and take care of them. I know how to talk to families that I've never spoken to in a very comfortable way, in a very therapeutic way. You know, I know how to talk with nurses. I know how to ask for what I need. I know how to talk to other team members without being shy or without feeling like I don't have a voice. I know how to speak up for myself. I know how to speak up for my patients. I know how to ask for what they need. And I know how to communicate in a professional manner with other people in a very professional way, but in a way that's also effective for my job, okay? So I feel like that is actually really helpful in the nursing setting. Sometimes it's not as always beneficial in a classroom setting, but as you go into clinicals and as you are even sitting in class and asking questions of what to do in these certain situations, you have different scenarios than someone who may have no experience within a healthcare setting. You can say, hey, what if this patient doesn't want this, and the family, they're pushing, different scenarios because you see it every day, and you know how to ask your instructor, what do you do in this case? What do you do in this scenario? And I feel like that really has given me an advantage, because I feel like I'm not only getting prepared for the NCLEX, but I'm also getting prepared for different scenarios and situations within the actual healthcare setting. Definitely being a CNA has helped me know and recognize what kind of nurse I want to be and what kind of nurse I don't want to be, okay? No shade, okay? As you go through and you have experience, years of experience within the healthcare field, and you see different nurses, and you've worked with different nurses, and you've worked with different team members, you know what was best for the patients. You know which nurses that everyone loved, but also was genuine, and also was good to the patient, and also was very good at their job and very responsible. It is possible. You know the nurses who just weren't nice to their CNAs. You know the nurses who just were neglectful in a way, who didn't really put a lot of effort into their patient care. Like, when you're out there in the field, you see a lot, okay? You see the good ones and you see the bad ones. And sometimes you have nurses who are very textbook savvy, very good with their nursing knowledge, but don't have that therapeutic kind of communication with the patient or the family members. And definitely being a CNA and also working in hospice, I definitely know how to mesh differently and well with different personalities, okay? Lots of different personalities, and I feel like that has definitely helped me not only build leadership skills, but to also be a kind, competent, but also compassionate nurse in the field. And I definitely feel like that experience has helped me and given me some wiggle room, and not so much like stress as being a nurse or responsibility, to actually get to learn how to have people skills. Now, another benefit of being a CNA prior to nursing school is that you have the ability to work in a very flexible job setting, okay? And you also have the ability to work somewhere where they possibly have tuition reimbursement, okay? Now, here in Arizona, some of the hospitals are offering, let's see, it might be close to like $5,000 a year as far as tuition reimbursement. Now, that's huge, especially if you are going to community college, or especially if you're going to a university too. You don't have to take out as much money as you thought that you would have to, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely have that advantage. I know a lot of people who work in the hospitals currently right now, and they're busting their butts, but they also have the ability to pick up overtime if they want to. They have the ability to, see things and connect it to what's going on at school and in our unit that we're learning for the time being. Because not only are they learning, but they're going into the field and they're seeing with their own eyes what the actual information that they're learning, and they're kind of applying it in their head as they're working, even though they're not actually able to do that within their current scope of practice. It's just also helpful to actually see it in action and to actually be in a healthcare setting as you're learning about healthcare. Lastly, I want to say the other advantage, or last advantage, that I would say as being a CNA prior to nursing school is that you kind of have a good idea of what you like and what you don't like. Now, this is relative to depending on what you're doing. Now, you could be a CNA that is working in a family office. You can be a CNA that's working in a SNF. You can be a CNA that's working in a hospital. You can be a CNA that's working in home health. Now, this is different. Like, if you're working in home health and you say, hey, I don't really like this, okay, cool. You know you're not gonna like that as a nurse, so that eliminates the hundreds of job roles that you could possibly think of that you would want to go into as a nurse. You already know you don't like this, or vice versa. So that is very specific to the person's experience, but it's definitely something that is a good idea of saying, like, hey, I know I don't like nursing, or hey, I do love being a part of a nursing team. Because no matter what type of CNA that you are, there are CNAs who really just don't like being CNAs. They just literally don't like working in healthcare. They don't have the patience for it. they're about to snap over the edge in every little thing that a patient does. You really need to have a lot of patience in healthcare, because patients will try you, they will test you. You're gonna run into different personalities, rude people, people who just don't care about what you have going on, people who are impatient, people who are just nasty, like, I'm sorry, but are just being nasty to others. I would say that. I don't think that they're nasty people, but they have nasty attitudes, okay? And you just have to keep calm. You have to keep your cool. You have to be, you know, calm, cool, and collected in healthcare. And being a CNA, you kind of understand after a while and years, you kind of understand if you have that or if you don't. And I'm not gonna say that, you know, one situation should determine whether or not you should be a nurse or not, but you definitely kind of get a good idea. Like if everything grosses you out and you don't want to get your hands dirty and you don't want to help anybody, then yeah, it pretty much should be a good indicator. But let's say that you're working in home health and, you know, you really love med surg and you prefer to work in a hospital, then yeah, that's different. You know what I'm saying? So take that with a grain of salt, but I would just want to say that that has definitely helped me see whether or not this was a career path that I really, really wanted to take. I am very passionate about healthcare, as much as there are so many things that I would want to change, right? Politically, within a business, you know, in different fields, whatever, right? We want the best for our patients. We want the best for our nurses. We want our nurses to feel appreciated. We want our nurses to feel like they can have a caseload that they can handle. We want them to be well compensated. Like all of these things, as much drama and chaos and just BS that is in healthcare, I truly love working in healthcare and I truly am passionate about patient care. So being a CNA has helped me come to that realization and has helped me kind of have a better nursing school experience overall. If you like this video, make sure that you give me a big thumbs up, and make sure that you hit subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. I really enjoy talking to you guys about this kind of stuff. It comes very naturally to me, and I just want you guys to have a great week, a great fall, you know, and just kind of hang in there, because the motivation for me is just like going like this on a consistent decline. So I'm just praying to God, and I'm literally like forcing myself to study and do what I need to do, to make sure that I keep things up to par. So let me know if you guys feel this way, but I hope to see you guys soon in my next video. Take care, be blessed. I will see you later.
Sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while.